Hello everybody and welcome back to World of Warships Legends. My name is Spartan Elite 43 and tonight we're going to do a little bit different video. Now in the background you're going to see the good old-fashioned battleship battles that you know me for. But instead of doing normal commentary over top of it, I decided to do a little bit of frequently asked questions with you guys. Now, first of all, I've got a few questions that have been asked over and over and over again, and I want to get them out of the way right off the bat. So anytime somebody asks, we can point them to this video, and they can learn some of these, and maybe they'll stop asking the same questions over and over again. And then, I've got some questions that you guys submitted on my community page from YouTube, and we're going to go over some of them. So, first of all, how do you send me a video? This is the question I get asked the most, and the answer is simple. If it is a full game, and it is a good game, doesn't matter what tier, preferably if you're going to submit a video, I prefer it to be a video of something that we don't run very often on the channel, such as destroyers, cruisers, or any of the battleships that I don't run much, like the Vanguard and so on and so forth. If you're submitting a video of the Iowa, or the Alabama, or the Amagi, it better be probably the best game I've ever seen. Otherwise, it's probably just not going to get picked anytime soon. I do hold on to them, as long as they don't get deleted or whatever, or moved at some point. We do try to hold on to them in Nagato. What are you doing? Wait for it. Oh, really? Okay, but back to it. So, first of all, it's got to be a good game. It's got to be a full clip, or a full game. It's got to be uploaded to a file share such as OneDrive or Google Drive. It can be any file share, I don't care what, as long as it's a file share and not uploaded to YouTube and sending me the link. You got to send me the share link from that file share, whatever it is, Google Drive, OneDrive, doesn't matter. Send me the share link and we just hit that destroyer with 5 over penetrations. He's hurting. Anyway, so send me the share link. I'll take a look at it. I'll download it, and then I'll hold on to it for later. And then if we do community replays, got mixed reviews so far on the community replays. That's why I haven't done a whole lot of them. Some people like the idea. Some people not thrilled with it. They come to the channel to watch my gameplay, not other people's. And I understand both sides of it. So we're just, testing things. I'm always trying to give everybody the best possible videos. But anyway. So that's how you send me a video. What's another question that I get asked all the time? Spartan, when are you online? Well, I'm online after I get home from work. And that's about all I can say about that. I live in the Eastern Time Zone, US, and our freaking destroyer just about got torpedoed. I live in the Eastern Time Zone in the US. I get off work usually at 3 p.m. and it takes me about an hour to get home, which means I usually am gaming by 4:30 to 5 o'clock, which just happens to coincide with when I usually stream on a Wednesday. Isn't that funny how that works? So, generally speaking, if you're going to find me online, it'll be between 5 p.m. and 7 p.m. Eastern Time US during the week. I don't generally play a whole lot during the weekends, though, if there's an event going on, I do try to, do that sort of thing. But I generally try to take a couple days off on the weekend because having a full-time job and then doing YouTube full-time at the same time is pretty rough. And I don't know if you guys noticed. Ooh, that looks very good. Wait. Oh, wow. We only got him twice. So that's a shame. But yeah, so now, without wasting any more time, we've got quite a bit of questions that you guys submitted, and let's take a look at them. Alright, so trying to get past all of the funky ones here. You drive a forklift for a living. How do you convince idiots at work that walking 3 inches behind a reversing forklift that is carrying a couple of tons is mind-blowingly dumb? The answer is, you don't. All you can do is keep your best eye out on, the people around you. You know how dumb everybody is. People have no common sense whatsoever when working around moving equipment. They just don't. So, with that in mind, do your best to watch out for everybody. Because you know that at the end of the day, regardless of how stupid they are, it's going to be your fault. That's just how things work. So moving on from that, Will I ever eat ghost peppers again? Ghost peppers weren't actually the worst. If you remember correctly, in the first video, I did, what was it? It was actually habaneros and then ghost pepper puree. That wasn't so bad. I went back for a second habanero, a little piece got stuck in my throat, bad things happened. But then I upped it a notch when I was at work, and I had a 1.2 million Scoville scorpion pepper. And that is something I never wish to repeat ever again because, my God, no thank you. That about ruined me. When is the Yamato coming? Okay, this is a World of Warships question. When is the Yamato coming? Now, I'd heard that the Yamato was coming by the end of 2019. I have not heard anything new about that yet. Now, we managed to capture the base here, and we're tracking down in Iowa, so we're going to try to catch up to him. But keep that in mind. I have no idea. The developers, while they try to give us information as much as they can, don't usually give up too much information. Most of the information they do give up is public for everybody. As a CC, we don't really get too much extra information. And if we did, technically we're not allowed to talk about some of it due to a non-disclosure agreement. So I try to give you guys all the information that I know and that I'm allowed to share. Moving on. All-time favorite movie. That's a hard one, but I'm probably going to go with Forrest Gump. There are very few movies that every single time they're on TV, I will tune in and watch. Forrest Gump is one of those movies. Just about every time it comes on the TV and I notice it, I'm going to tune in because I just love that movie. It's a great movie. What is my favorite ship and commander and why? So, my favorite ship, obviously, is probably a toss-up at this point. As much as I love the Iowa, I love the Alabama too. And I would say it's a pretty close toss-up between an Alabama and an Iowa at this point. And, of course, my favorite commander is going to be Mr. William Sims. Because, I mean, look at that. Just disgusting dispersion. So, USS Arizona or 50 buffalo wings and go. Well, personally, I'm a big fella. I like my buffalo wings. Probably going to go with the buffalo wings. I get more enjoyment out of it. But I do like the Arizona, and it was very, very helpful in getting the ranked battles over with. And notice every single time I get in one of these side-by-sides, I just don't realize how much I have to turn my guns ahead of time. I do start to turn them, but it always catches me off guard because they just can't quite keep up, and I have to turn my ship, and I almost always screw that up. Now, do I like baked beans? I mean, doesn't everybody like baked beans? I don't like what baked beans do to me afterwards. And if you are one of the unfortunate people that happens to come across me after I've ate baked beans, probably not going to be a good day for you either. Do you think that your viewers are a large reason why you post certain videos? Absolutely. I do this for you guys. So when I try to make videos, I try to make videos that you guys would like to see, and I try to make videos that I personally would like to see. So absolutely, my video or my channel centers around you guys. I try to always reach out there, feel what you guys want, and try to give you guys what you want. Otherwise, nobody would watch. And if nobody's watching, I've been there. That's not much fun. What are your plans for the channel? That's a very good question. Now, I've always said that I'm not really into this for the money. Now, I'd be lying if I said that I haven't started looking forward to the moment where I could potentially quit my job and do YouTube full time. And at that point, I would absolutely love it because of a couple reasons. One, I'm already doing it full time, but I'm also doing a full-time job, where I'm working 40 plus hours a week, sometimes 50 hours a week or more. Just depends on if people, are on vacation or whatever. So you add those hours together and it's ridiculous. And there's a lot more that I would love to do with YouTube, but I just don't have the time. I'd like to get back into playing some World of Tanks. I'd like to get into playing regular series other than World of Warships on the channel as well. There's so much that I would love to do, I just don't have the time to do it. I'm a human being, and there's only 24 hours of the day, and I spend, at the moment, roughly, on average, 10 hours at my regular job, if you consider commute time. So, on average, 10 hours at my regular job, and then about 4 hours doing YouTube. 2 hours to get the video, and 2 hours to do the editing, narrating, and all that stuff. So, it's pretty crazy days, and it doesn't leave a whole lot of time for anything else. So, I would love to get to a point where the channel is supporting me financially enough to where I could do it full time, and not have to worry about, you know, just time in general. It would leave me with a chance to do so much more. Do I like pineapple on my pizza? I love pizza, and I love a lot of different toppings on my pizza. I hate pineapple. I can't stand pineapple. The only time I eat pineapple is if pineapple is on a ham. Like it's been cooked in the oven. It gets a little sweeter, and with some brown sugar and stuff on it. That's it. Other than that, you can take your pineapple and go somewhere. I'm not a fan of pineapple at all. So pineapple on my pizza is going to be a negative for me. In your service record, what does it show as your most played ship? The Iowa. That's a no-brainer. I played the Iowa a lot when I first unlocked it. It was my first tier 7. And so we've done quite a bit. Next. What is my favorite car? Well, honestly, my favorite car is probably going to be a cross between a 1971 Hemi Cuda. It's a beautiful muscle car, absolutely nasty. Horsepower, torque, sound, just amazing car. And then the other side of the spectrum, if I go with like a tuner car, I got to go with a STI, a Subaru WRX STI, because I love Subarus. And I've never owned an STI. I just got my first WRX 2 years ago. Or no, it's been, good Lord, it's been 4 years ago. I've almost got it paid off. No, 5? Maybe 5 years ago. I don't know. It's almost paid off. I got another year to pay on it. But that's kind of my baby. Unfortunately, I've had to have it parked for a while because I can't afford to get the engine checked out to see if it's actually damaged beyond repair, and I need to, oh my god. Oh, that should have been much worse. That should have been much worse. But unfortunately, I don't think it's quite damaged beyond repair, which is why I parked it to begin with. I want to make sure that the engine's going to be able to be fixed. And so yeah, that's the goal for the WRX at the moment. Unfortunately, until I get some money to actually fix it, it's parked. Dodge, Ford, or Chevrolet? Doesn't really matter to me. I like all of them. As long as it gets me from A to B, I can get behind everything. I'm kind of an every down guy. It doesn't matter. I can like Fords, I can like Dodges, and I can like Chevys. Really doesn't matter. My first car ever was a 1976 Plymouth Duster. Little 225 slant 6 single barrel, 80 horsepower from the factory back in 76. I got the car in 2004. So you can kind of see where that's going. Not a very powerful car, but it looked like a muscle car. So I treated it like one. I think that's about it. I think we managed it, guys. I know there's a lot more questions on here, and I tried to skim through them. So hopefully I didn't miss too many. Some of the funnier questions I just kind of left out. The silly questions, you know, that sort of thing. But hopefully you guys have enjoyed. We've done the best we can. We tracked down the Iowa. We killed the Iowa. We killed the first destroyer that came after us. We've got a broadside shot on an Iowa and absolutely manhandled him, taking him down to nothing. Are we going to be able to finish him off? Now, it looks like he's trying to heal. And so we're getting ready to fire, and then I notice the destroyer's about to pop out. Now, I'm going to get loaded in time to deal with this destroyer. Unfortunately, it's going to be armor piercing, and at this range, it's going to pass right through the destroyer. Now, we're going to do serious damage to him, but it is an Akatsuki, so he gets 3 sets of torpedoes that do 15,000 damage a pop. Of course, we get torpedo reduction, and so he's only doing 8,400, but still, you get hit by 4 of them out of the 9 that he sends, and it's just not a good day. But we did the best we can. We ended up with a pretty solid game, 154,000 damage, top of the leaderboard. The rest of the team, not so much. We were doing everything we could to hold the team in this. It just wasn't quite enough. So if you like what I'm doing, punch the like button, leave a comment below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, I will see you in the next video.